Oh, wait, I forgot. I seem to have left something in this chest, right here, that isn't conspicuous at all. Whoops, just kidding. It brings me down to this place. So yeah, hello everybody, this is Monomoto here once again with more Vanilla 1.8 Minecraft Survival, and this time I actually did my first bit of important redstone, which as you can see I did this little thingy. This is my own design, of course, I wouldn't steal it from the internet. Actually, I probably would, but I did this design anyway. So, as you can see, you know how I was complaining in the last episode about how the fences are all oak and they should probably add different types? Well, the snapshot in the day right after that, they added different fences, so I got what I wished for. And also, I haven't played this world in like a month and a half, so I'm probably going to have to readjust to what I'm doing here. So as you can see, this little thing right here, that's a trap chest. I exchanged these with birch fences because of the new fence update before 1.8 came out. Goes under this little thing right here. That's why I elevated the house out of the ground so that I could build this redstone a little bit easier. And then trap chest is pulled. This little thing right here deactivates this redstone torch. Deactivates all of this redstone, which basically just retracts all of these pistons. Retracts this one first, which retracts that block. This one second, which brings it over here. And it detracts this one third, which brings the piston that detracted the block to make that one detract this piston all the way over here, so that it makes a clear shot for me to fall down. There's probably a way simpler way I could have done that, but who cares? I did it that way, and that's how I'm going to have it stay. So, what I need to do today is actually build something under the house. You know, I built this thing down here for a reason. I didn't just build it for that. There's a slime block there, but I don't really care. I just hold shift anyway, because if I don't, it sort of bounces me up, and I don't like having my head caught through the ceiling. But what I'm going to need to do is transport all of my stuff over here into these chests into the meantime, and start building my little weird, giant, big, little, small, big mansion thing under my house. So, that will be extremely, extremely awesome when I finish that, but that's probably not going to be for a while. So, step 1. Which is, incidentally, the most annoying step, is go back to my house, bring all of this crap I have in my chest over there, and, oh god, I did not think that it was going to be this difficult, but I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. I'm gonna have to sprint over there 400,000 freaking times. Okay. Alright, okay. The solution to this predicament would be what I am going to do. I don't know why I didn't just, make chests in a crafting table, but what I am going to do is actually just put chests in the nether so that I don't have to go through going all the way through the nether back to this house every single time, and I can save myself a little bit of work in the long run. Finally. That took a long time. Okay, well, I finally finished moving everything. That took a ridiculously long time. Took at least 45 minutes to get all that stuff over there. I did not expect it to. Hello, what are you doing? So, yeah, every single one of these chests is completely filled up. Well, except for this one. This one's not really that filled up. But, however, as you can see, I've been doing some work. Oh, the slime blocks actually make noise now when you walk on them. They don't make that weird stone noise that they made before, and I'm happy about that because the stone noise, yes, the stone noise was completely unfitting, and I have no idea what was even put in there in the first place. So anyway, all I need to do now that I've inserted that segment where I just drop down there and go into this thing. Also, I took the flower pots off of these and put the flowers in there because I realized it was kind of pointless to have flower pots with dirt in them sitting on top of dirt with flowers on the dirt and the flower pots on top of the dirt. So I just took the flower pots away, and now it looks way better than having flowers in flower pots for no reason. So, considering that these are technically supposed to be flower pots anyway, now all I need to do is actually work on this part and make it the way that the other house was. Not entirely, though. I don't exactly like how the other house looked. That sort of went into my encouragement to rip the whole thing down, because I didn't exactly like the home room. It had that sort of nether feel to it. Of course, I like nether quartz, but I want the counter to it to be not nether rack or nether brick, something different. Something a little bit of, yes. Okay, so, if this right here was the center, which it is going to be, I'm going to fall into this fountain of amazingness. I am also going to have at least 4 thingies, which means I'm going to have to make this a little bit deeper, because if I have it this short, I'm not actually going to be able to do anything with it other than just look at it and how short it is. So what I'm going to have to do is make the floor a little bit deeper, which is bad because, you know, this doesn't really fit in with the whole mountainous thing that I'm trying to do. I'm going to have to situate the mountain a little bit better. But if I want to actually be able to have the floor a reasonable length, I'm going to have to move it down a little bit. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so that's a bit deeper than I thought it would have to be, but from the ceiling down to actually get this to work, I have to have it at least 7 blocks tall. And since I'm going to have to put the water up here, which I'll explain once I'm done with it, I'm going to have to make this 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more, don't I? This is going to take a long time to mine all of this out. Didn't think about that before. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I wish that it didn't have to be like this, but it does. I just don't want to screw this up and end up with a whole entire house or something that's way shorter than it's supposed to be, and then I have to redo the whole thing, or move stuff around, or do something weird. So I don't want to have to do that, so I'm just going to do this as the alternative. This doesn't look very much like a house right now. I realize it really, really doesn't. And I've already mined out a lot, but I assure you it will look different. So, 9 blocks from... Okay, so it's going to be like... So, the fountain is going to go as far as... It should be like, I guess I have a picture of it here. So this part in the middle is going to be where the water is actually being dispensed from, right over here. And, okay, so that's the water. So this is where pretty much the innards of the fountain are going to be. And then it should end right there. I have to mine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks. So this is going to be where the actual door is to get to the outside, or this is going to be where the actual sort of central area stops. So I'm going to mark that with this thingy. I'm also going to put a different sort of block here. I suppose I'll use diorite. I have enough of it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So wait a second. So yes, this should be where it stops. So then all I have to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, is mine that out. 1, 2, 3. First, I have to make certain that these are all equal lengths at the length that I want them. And every single one of these has to be 7. So this looks about right, and I just have to extend it by 2 on each side for each of these, and then connect them all together, and it should be perfectly fine. Now I start digging, and these should connect. So here we go. I mess this up every single time. Let's see if I can get the hang of it this time. Okay, it looks like that actually connected. All of this is perfectly fine. Now all I have to do is mine out this huge area. Easier said than done by a lot. All I have to do is mine out this ridiculously large area in here and make it my new house. Now, I realize it's not really necessary to do this right now, but nothing that I'm doing in this game is necessary, so why not just take it to the next level while I can? I don't know. Why not? So now, I'm going to have to spend about 4 years mining this entire area out, so I'll see you when I'm 65, because, you know, I'm 61 right now. You knew that, right? Alright, well, that actually only took 4 minutes. I did not expect that at all. So, this whole entire area is cleared out now. I'm gonna have to probably clear out more in the ceiling area, but not for now. For now, what I need to do is, well, my paths in the nether have cleared out enough area for me to mine out nether quartz and stuff, but I'm gonna need a lot of it for this, because you know how last time I used nether brick and nether quartz and, like, lava? Well, this time all I'm using is nether quartz and water, which means this whole area is gonna just be made of pretty much nether quartz. I'm gonna make the floors have water under them with blue glass on the top, so it kind of looks like you're walking on water. The pixels of the blue glass blend in with the shade of the water enough so that it really does look like you're just walking on the water, which is cool. Oh man, I almost just fell down there by accident. I keep forgetting that I'm not supposed to put stuff in this chest because it opens up that thingy so that I can go like, oh yeah, this actually makes a difference now. Seriously, this actually makes a difference now. Because look at how much I'm bouncing. You know what? Should I even... How did I take no fall damage? I have no idea. So I'm gonna need to find one of those or just go to the ocean. You know, I really, really wish the ocean was comprised of sand like it used to be made of. I like that a lot better, considering that the actual ocean is made out of sand and not just random gravel. But yeah, I think that this will suffice in the amount of sand that I need for now. So I'm just gonna do the same pattern that I had in my last house, which is simply just doing this weird thing with each of these thingies. That's why I put diorite as a placeholder, so that I could kind of tell better what I was doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I double check the numbers are equal. I don't know how to do it. How do you got like that? Okay, now what I need to do is sort of make the stairs use a weirdo thingy like this, around this, so that it formulates a sort of pattern. such as that. And now I'm going to mine this out so that I can actually stand on this thing. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to do basically the same thing, but you will see how it will change in a moment. And that is not what I meant to do. So now what I need to do is place stairs all around this thingamajigger, and thank everything that I have a ton of stairs, because I'm going to need a lot of them for this. Should probably move my microphone a little bit farther away from my mouth so that a giant explosion doesn't happen every single time I say an F. So, now, last time I had this little thing where all of these stairs were made of netherrack and, or not netherrack, nether brick, and in the middle here it just was more nether brick. Is it just me, or does this look different than it used to? What if I break all this stuff around it? Oh, this is why it looks different, because this back part can't even do anything. Now it looks about right. Let me just go ahead and go through this freaking rigorous as crap process with all 4 sides. And I should be back in a couple of years. Shouldn't take that long. I've come up with a very innovative innovation. As you can see, it's better than any of the thoughts of Einstein or any of those people. And the thought is, I'm going to make the entirety of the underground of this place water. So it literally looks like you're walking on top of it. It looks like I'm walking on top of water right now. You really can't say otherwise. Well, I mean, you can say otherwise, but I mean, I don't know. It looks like I'm looking on water, okay? Anyway, this is a super innovative innovation, and it looks a lot better than what I was actually planning to do. It looks like I'm literally walking on water, and once I get done with the entirety of the bottom floor of this, the reason why I haven't is because I haven't got enough of this glass stuff right there that I just broke for no reason at all. I really don't have any idea why I did that, but once I'm finished with it, it should look magnificent. Not that it already doesn't. Not that it already doesn't, not that it already does. Not that it already doesn't, I mean. Yeah, that. Oh my gosh. It's like an ocean down here. Look at this. Look at all of this water that's soon going to be the structure for my house. Well, it already is the structure of my house, but it's soon going to come into effect. Hi. How are you doing? You would not believe how long this took to do. The whole entire surface area of the bottom of this thing had to be made of blue glass. I used 8 stacks of blue glass for this. That is much more than I ever thought I would use of any glass ever, but look at the effect it creates. Look at this. I'm walking on water. It looks so amazing. It looks way better than the freaking weird netherrack thing, or nether brick. Why do I keep calling it netherrack? Nether brick thing. Okay, you know what? Yeah, the brick that looks darker than normal brick. It looks better than that. It blends in with the fountain and the quartz and all this stuff better. Now all I have to do is the entire rest of the room and duplicate this on the ceiling. That'll be fun. I'm not going to do the ceiling for a long time, by the way. Ceiling. I'm not going to do that until I have enough confidence that I won't have to spend 2 hours on this again. So that's just amazing. But I finally have an area that I can just walk around in and call a very small, messed up, not very fancy mansion. Because it's not a very fancy mansion. Not yet, at least. Not yet. But I assure you it will be. It creates such a cool effect when you're just all up here, all in this little house. You're like, hey look, I'm me in my little house that I just built that looks like any house ever. And you're like, oh, what did I leave in this chest? And then you open the chest, and then you're like, stop jumping on the bed, and then you're like, whoa. Now I'm here. And it's cool here, because I can walk on water. Anyway, I think that's enough for this part, because this part is like 21 minutes long or something, you know, it's peculiar how I can guess every single time how long it is. It's not like I'm editing it while I'm recording it or anything. I'm just that awesome at guessing. But I think that's all the time I have for right now. So, I will see you next part, which I'm either going to do something new with this, or get more resources, or make a wither skeleton farm, or fight the ender dragon, or do something weird like that, or make a mob farm, or blah 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 blah. There's like an infinite amount of things that I can do. But I finally got another part of vanilla out, which it seems like a lot of you wanted me to. So I suppose that's a very, very good thing. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching and all of that stuff. So bye.